In this video, I'm going to talk about different types of rhythmic notes. The first one we're going to talk about is the one that all of the other notes are based upon, and it is the whole note. When we see a whole note, it looks like a note head that is open in the center. Now, a whole note can get different amounts of beats. We're not really concerned with that particular aspect of whole notes at this time. What we are concerned with is how the whole note is related to the other types of notes. For instance, another note that has an open note head but has a stem, and the stem can go up or down. This is the half note. Now we call it a half note because it gets one of these gets half of the amount of time of one of those. So a half note gets half the amount of time of a whole note. The next one has a filled in note head. Its stems also can go up or down. And that is the quarter note. A quarter note gets 1/4 of the amount of time of a whole note. So it would take 4 of these to equal 1 of those. The next type of note also uses a filled-in note head. This time it's connected by a beam. It also can have stems that go up or down, and it's called an eighth note. Now, eighth notes are often written in groups of 2 or 4, and each single eighth note gets 1/8 of the amount of time of one whole note. So it takes 8 eighth notes to fill up the same amount of time as a whole note. You can write eighth notes individually, but instead of a beam, they will have a flag hanging off the stem. In the case of one that has a stem going down, the flag actually goes up. The next type of note also has a filled-in note head, and this kind generally has 2 beams. See, 1 beam here for the eighth notes, 2 beams for 16th notes. Now, 16th notes can have stems that go up or down, just like the other kinds. And if we want to write a single 16th note, we will hang 2 flags off the stem. So all of these different note types all relate to the whole note. And each of their fractional names doesn't have anything to do with the number of beats they get. It has everything to do with what portion of a whole note it equals. So 16 of these equal 1 of those. 8 of these equals 1 of those. 4 of these equals 1 of those. 2 of these equals 1 of those.